Hi, my name is Wes Krosbergen, a Senior Technical Consultant at Infront. I'd like to demonstrate a neat utility we've developed to hydrate a VMM deployment. This utility automates provisioning for host groups, private clouds, user roles and run as accounts, logical networks and switches, network sites or data centers, VM networks, and uplink profiles and port classifications. Let's take a look at an empty VMM environment. Alright, in our empty VMM environment, you can see that there are no host groups, no clouds, and no VM networks. If we come down to the fabric area, we can see that there are no logical networks, there are no logical switches, there are only the default port profiles. If we come down to settings, we can see that there are no user roles, aside from the default administrator role, and there are no run as accounts aside from the default run as accounts. So let's take a look at our utility. You can see here we've got the VLAN and subnet network CSV file open. Customer can fill out a description, their subnet, the gateway and DNS servers for that particular network, what network site or data center, if you will, network belongs to, VLAN ID, and whether it's a data center operations network. In this folder, you can see that we've got our utility functions file, we've got our main utility file, and for extensibility, we've also got a custom PowerShell functions file. You can see here we've also got the configuration file. This defines our provisioning configuration. It's about 300 lines of XML or so. All right, so let's take a look again at our VMM environment. I've got a PowerShell window up here ready to run the file. So now we're going to run based on our configuration XML and CSV. Alright, so now that that's done, let's come up to VMs and services and let's take a look. We can see here we've got our VM networks. This was imported from the CSV file. We've got all our different clouds created, our different host groups. If we come down to the fabric area here, we can see that now we've got our uplink profiles are defined. We've got logical switches. Our logical networks now exist as well. And if we come down to settings and we take a look, we can see here a domain join run as account was created. And this was from the XML. Credentials were defined in the username in the XML. If we take a look at user roles, we've got 5 different user roles that were created. Now if we take a look at the scope for the developers user role, we can see that it was scoped to the private cloud that was defined in the XML. We've also defined quotas in the XML, which apply appropriate quotas to the developer roles. I hope that this video has been a good introduction to how Infront Consulting Group effectively delivers great solutions born out of our experience and depth to our customers. For more information, feel free to contact our sales team and we'll be happy to discuss further.